ASMRs. And before listening to me, can you subscribe to my channel, give a like, and click the bell icon below. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to tell you about I'm going to actually show you, not tell you, show and tell you basically. So I'm going to show and tell you about the top 3 best print and play solitaire travel games. Yeah, that was a long one, okay? So top 3 best. So you can play those games anywhere, with anyone, and yeah. So for example, you can play it on a plane, you can play it on a taxi, and you can also play it on a ship or etc. And you can even play with your parents, with your friends, with your cousins, with your siblings. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna tell you about a little bit of the games, okay? Just a sneak little peek at the games. Peek about me telling you. So I'm not gonna show you because that's a surprise. You can see it further on in the video. The first one is a 64 card game. The second one is a 54 card game, and the third one is a 9 card game. 9 card game is pretty little, right? Yeah, and guess what? They're both interesting, and you can even train it. You can even train with those games for your dreams, you know, if you want to be a explorer. Wink, wink. It's actually a little clue if you want to be explorer, because there's going to be one adventure game in this video. So stay tuned if you want to get to that game, if you have a dream of exploring the world. Yeah, so let's move on. So guys, the first game we have here is this. It's actually called ID Startup. It has just arrived recently, and it's solitaire. You can also play it solo. You can play by yourself, or you can play with other players, or with your parents. You can play with anybody as well. So the solo mode is kind of like in progress, so you can't really play now, but you can actually play with your parents. If you're in a taxi or driving a car, you can play with your mom. So see, it's called IT Startup, and the link to this game is in the description below. So all you need for this game is, the components of this game are 32 resource tokens. So you can actually take anything, because this is a print and play prototype. I just took poker tokens for resource, and you can also take some burnout tokens as well. So they're very small. You can put them on your card. So I put them here, and we have the actual game here. It's here. If you cannot see it, yeah, it's here. You see this kind of a white deck? It's here. This is the solitaire game with a rubber band, and it's actually ID Startup. So come on in, I'll give you a closer look of this game, okay? And tell you about the graphics and all. Closer look of the game, and sorry I forgot to mention that we actually needed a classic die. 32, we also have 32 resource tokens, 32 burnout tokens. I'll tell you what burnout means. Like, I'm not telling you in this video, probably in some other review video. And these are basically the cards. So let's give you a bit more closer look of the cards. Here we have a closer look of the cards. So we have the investor. So there are basically 3 types of cards. There's an action card, there's an employee developer card, and there's a knowledge card. So what this basically does is they make your employees more efficient. They give them efficiency basically. So this is their efficiency value. So if we add 3 to 1, we get 4. So their efficiency value is now 4. But we have to attach it like this. For example, if you're in game, you will have to technically attach this like this, if you can see, like this kind of. So you know that it's 1 plus 3. And let's have a look at the graphics now. So I love the graphics of this game. Just look at it. Knowledge plus 3, and this is just a bit of flavor text. It doesn't really affect the gameplay. Oh, and if you notice that I put them in little sleeve pockets, and if you can see this extra bit coming out, it's just that when I printed them out, and I didn't want to see the back, so I covered them with this. So, well, if you're playing them in the game and you've done the same thing as I did, well, people won't remember that how the cards look, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, okay, and if you're asking why do we need the dice for this game, even though it's solitaire, so for this we need to just roll the dice once and on the start of the game, and we got 1. So if you're playing with other players, this basically means that you all guys have to start with 1 resource, which gives all of the people 1 resource. It's equal. So let me give you an example again. So for example, I rolled and I got a 4. So me and my other players, me and my opponents start with a 4, equal amounts, okay? And I've got actually 34 tokens here, just in case if 2 got lost. So yeah, so they start with 4, and this is their cost you have to actually pay. You can also plan an action card, but we don't need to plan this because this is already on 0. This is for free, so we don't need to pay any resource coins. This is just basically the money you have. Kind of, not like poker, guys, not like poker. If you might be thinking, I just got poker coins here, so it's pretty much easy. Rolling dice, and yeah. You only do this once. You only roll the dice once at the start of the game, okay? But I actually like the design of this game. Like, it's cool. It's very cool. Look at the detail they've put in this laptop. A pear instead of an apple. Yeah, look at his facial expressions. Look at his hands. Look at his clothes. Look at his clothes, and look at his eye, his expression. I like his expression. And look, the flavor text is, I have no idea what I'm doing because he's just a trainee. But you can only plan action cards if they have, like, for example, if there was the number 5 here, you can just plan it like this, and it will cost you 1 less on your next turn. You can only plan one card at a time. So if you want to plan a second card on the same turn, first you have to use this, then you have to plan the second card, if you get me. And the link to this game is in the description below, as I said earlier on. All you need to do to get the game is give your email address and subscribe to their newsletter. Then after a few hours or minutes, they're going to give you this print and play prototype. And yeah, it actually comes with instructions. I got it here. Wait, let me just get the instructions. Well, we can have a look at the card. Okay, so these are the instructions basically it comes with. So you can play 2 to 4 players, 12 plus, and 10 to 60 time. So this basically means that there are 3 types of modes. There is a standard mode, there's a fast mode, there is a very long mode. So the standard mode, I think it's 32 or 34 points. The standard mode is 32 points. Oh, fast game mode is 32 points, sorry. Long game mode is 128 points, and standard game mode is 64 points. Yeah, I was just sorry. So standard game mode 64 points, fast game mode 32 points, and the long game mode is 128 points. As you can see, this is all the information it gives you. It pretty much clears the confusions if you have it. Okay, so yeah, this is basically it. IT startup, guys. IT startup. Okay, now let's move on to game number 2. So guys, hope you liked the previous one, the ID startup, a 64 card game. If you like that, give this video a like. Okay, so as I said, the second one, the second best travel game. Okay, so the second best travel game is Barbarian Wins. It is an adventure game actually, so you can play it. My friend Vizelko helped me out with the rules of this game. It's very complicated. He even has a YouTube channel, you can view it. So yeah. This is Barbarian Wins. There's no graphics in this game. There's only a map kind of card. I don't know. There's basically a map kind of card, and you need to travel through the maps and complete the missions in the player card. So for the setup, what you need to do is take out the One here is past card, player card, map 1 start card, and the other one. What was that one? That card. It's kind of complicated. The name of that card was Welcome to Lenzi. Yeah. Welcome to Lenzi card. So all you need to do is basically, if you're that kind of guy which is looking for more adventure and more adventure, so all you need to do is get this game. Yeah. There's not much to look around this game because it doesn't have that many graphics. So there are 3 rumors. There's this, find this wizard exildim, null attacks, or goblin war parties, something like that. So all you need to do is get the map, and you have to roam around the whole sea, going to this location. But this game has a lack of specification. That I've got to admit, because I was playing once and it didn't really tell me where to go. So I was very confused, actually. So yeah, this is Barbarian Wins. And the link to this game is in the description below, as usual. I usually put all my games, all the links of my games in the description below. So if you want, you can download this game and print it out. Yeah, print it out. So I have an HP printer here, so I can print it out easily. These are used papers, so yeah. And guys, please remember not to waste any paper. Yeah, just keep it for these games. You might be needing it. Now, let's move on to game number 3. And by the way, this is a 54 card game. So you can only take out around 6 pages if you want, because there are 9 cards on each page. But this only includes if you don't want to print out the backs. If you want to print out the backs, there's like around 12 or 14 pages. So yeah, now let's move on to game number 3. So guys, game number 3 is called Count of 9. And it's actually a 9-card game, 9-card Euro game. I don't know what the word Euro means. And it's print and play solitaire, as I mentioned. And if you're that kind of guy who wants to grow up and be a builder or an architect, I strongly suggest this game. It's a 9-card game, as I mentioned. Count of 9 is the name of this game, and the link to this game is in the description below. And I'll give you a closer look at all the cards now, okay? So join me. We're having a closer look at the game, and guess what? You can build a castle and a harbor. So for a castle for a girl, if you want, if you're very into Disney, you can build this castle. And you can also build a harbor if you want to be a sea captain when you grow up. And you know the small text at the bottom? It says School plus Farm. And School plus Farm is on the opposite side of the card. On the opposite side of the card. So as you can see, School and Farm. And here it says Stonemason plus Blacksmith. So there's Blacksmith and Stonemason. So, and here also says Harbor. So that you know. So you can put them in a sleeve pocket together or something. Okay? So if you're confused, how would I build it? So all you need to do is put them in a 180-degree angle with the square brackets facing up. So, for example, you're playing, and it's solo. This game is solo, so yeah. So you're playing. And to build something, to get the resources, you can bring this here. Okay, the top card. You can slide it to the right of the deck, okay? So, here we got a crew and we got food. You don't count these, okay? So, and the bottom, so you don't. So, yeah, what can I build with this? We can't build this because this is crew and coal. This is crew and a quarry. We need a quarry to build this, but I don't have a quarry because I just started. And I need crew and wood. But guess what? I can build this farm, which will provide us this food to build something else. So, yeah, so to build this, you need to do this. Basically, put a face up towards the farm. Yeah, so this is how you build, and the game goes on. And probably I'll do how to play on this game very soon, okay? So yeah, and these are these are victory points you get at the end of each game. Yeah, victory points. They are in a shield. So we get 6 victory points and we get 4 at the end of the game. So if we build these both at the end of the game. Yeah, and there are more cards, as you can see. There's shipwright, many more cards. There we actually have a resource of gold. We actually have wood, crew, and we have stone. This is not iron, this is stone. We have wood, and this provides us a crew to build stuff, you know. And yeah, this is basically count of 9. So guys, this is the end of the video basically. I hope you liked the game, and as I mentioned earlier, that they're all in the description below. And thanks for watching this video basically, and thanks for staying tuned as well for this video. And yeah, I showed you the adventure games as I promised earlier on, and the sneak peek I told you. So 9 card game as well, and 64 card game basically. Yeah, it's still there right in front of me. I can see it right now. So unfortunately guys, this is the end of the video. I hate it. Okay, that was fake crime. This is basically the end of the video guys. I hate to leave, but I gotta leave, you know. But I promise you guys, I'm going to make a how to play video on one of these games in the future basically. So if you wanna know when I've posted a video, subscribe this channel and give this channel a like, or oh sorry, you cannot give a channel a like, you can give a video a like. So please give it a like, and if you really want to stay tuned, actually click the bell icon for all notifications from this channel, and you might get every single notification. And yeah, bye guys, bye. I feel very sad. Bye.